Gary Clark Jr., Bright Lights. They can get that where?
It's available on iTunes, record stores.
GaryClarkJr.com. You got a website, right? Yeah, all that good stuff.
All of it, yeah.
Now, a lot of people know that you're from Austin, but some people actually say you're the king of the Austin music scene. How does that make you feel?
King of the Austin? I've never heard that one before.
The leader, the king, yeah.
I don't know. I feel a little bit of pressure now, but
there's got to be a lot of pressure that comes with that, and people saying you're reviving the blues scene and all of that, comparisons to Jimi Hendrix. I mean,
yeah, it kind of used to freak me out, but it's an honor to kind of have people respect what you do and put your name alongside greats and guys that I look up to, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. So it's good.
Now, speaking of the bands and artists you look up to, could you name a few of them? Are those the people that maybe got you into picking up that guitar at 12 years old? I mean, what happened that day? What made you decide, hey, I'm going to start playing the guitar?
Well, my dad had a bunch of records when I was a kid, and he had Brothers Johnson, B.B. King, Johnny Guitar Watson, and so he had these big albums and these guys with their guitars. But randomly enough, the thing that really got me wanting to play guitar was hearing the Jackson 5, this live thing. It was Tito Jackson playing Isaac Hayes' Walk On.
Crazy.
He had this 335 and this fuzz pedal or whatever, and just to hear young kids doing it was inspiring. So,
did you have a guitar at the house, or did you walk down to the pawn shop?
I didn't have a guitar at the house. My grandmother had a guitar in her closet, and I don't think she knows, but I used to sneak in there and actually sit in the closet and play.
That's awesome.
Guitar, so, yeah.
Of course, we're talking to Gary Clark Jr. here on 91X. You had a big moment this year. You're at the White House.
Yeah.
Was that like, wow, I finally made it? Did you get to meet Obama? What happened?
I walked in, and I was like, wow, seriously? They're going to let me in here first. And then, it was an honor, to be called up to play a gig like that, and, for the president to have a show where he's showing appreciation for, this form of American music. It was great. And then to look to either side of me and see B.B. King and Buddy Guy and
people you
Mick
look
Jagger,
up to.
all these guys. It was one of those moments where I was like, really? This is
surreal. Yeah,
but
totally.
Yeah, went with it. It was cool.
That's awesome. Now, obviously, you're here this weekend at the 91X broadcast because you're playing Coachella this weekend 1 and weekend 2. Who are you excited to see play? Have you seen anyone play yet?
I saw the Black Keys. I never really seen them live before, and I was like, whoa, the whole time. It was kind of blew my mind.
The light show they had going on with that, too, really fit. It made sense so much for what they were doing. That was great.
They got it figured out. They're pretty good. And I'm excited to see Dre and Snoop, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear they're going to be doing some sick stuff there.
I heard some rumors, but
I've heard some rumors, too, but I don't want to be the rumor mill over here.
I'll see it to believe it.
Now, being that there's 2 weekends of shows, you're going to do the same set both weekends, or are you doing different things?
I was talking to the band about that, and don't know yet. But I think it'd be cool to switch some things up.
All right.
We'll see what happens. How's that?
Well, it's Gary Clark Jr. here at the 91X Coachella Flophouse. We'll ask him a few more questions, and you can catch that at 91x.com.
Awesome.
Okay, we still rolling? Cool. Okay, so we talked about your inspirations, what you grew up listening to. What do you have coming up down the road? I mean, you're doing Coachella this weekend, next weekend. What else is coming up for you?
Well, in between the Coachella weekends, I'm in the studio finishing up an album.
Because you have just the EP out right now.
Just the EP now, full album in September, and it's going really well. But before that, we're going to be out doing a bunch of festivals.
What other festivals do you have coming up this year?
Jazz Fest.
So you're going to New Orleans afterwards. A couple of the bands on the bill are actually headed straight there after this.
Yeah.
Are you doing Lollapalooza, Bonnaroo, that whole?
Bonnaroo. I'm excited. I'm ready. It's cool.
Who would you love to collaborate with that you haven't really had a chance to now that your career's really getting going and everything's happening for you?
Oh, man. I would love to collaborate with...
no pressure.
I've been talking to Citizen Cope a little bit about doing some stuff.
That would be cool.
I mean, there's a lot of people, big dreams. I would love to just hang out with Stevie Wonder. I don't know if we could collaborate together, but that'd be cool.
That
So
would be kind of cool.
there's a lot of hip hop artists. I'm into. I was talking to Big Crit about doing something.
Really? So you think you might like put the
Yeah.
blues and the hip hop together in a different way?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of ideas. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on, but I won't do that to you.
Well, in 2011, Rolling Stone declared you the best young gun.
Mm.
What did that do for you and your career once that came about?
We got invited to a lot more shows. Really.
Is that what you think led to you being at the White House, or was it something else that?
I'm not exactly quite sure, but there was definitely a little bit more buzz after Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
So,
Going back to the White House thing, is it crazy? Like, is there this whole process you have to go through to even like get in there? Do they have screeners? Do they send the CIA to your house and like?
maybe, I don't know. If they did come to my house, they're pretty good. I didn't see them.
They're sneaky.
But yeah, it was like super crazy security. You go in through a security gate, you walk in through another security thing. There's people watching you all the time, which is cool. I actually put my guitar on their couch in one of those rooms, and they freaked out about it because
Really?
this really old couch, and they're like, "Don't put anything on
been
the
here
couch. Don't sit on it. Don't look at it." Like, oh, all
Right? It's an
Yeah.
antique. Can't
But,
mess it up.
you know,
Use the
it's
coasters.
exact. It's one of the most. It's if not one of the most secure places on the planet. So
That
felt
should be,
safe there.
right?
It was good, yeah.
Well, now that you're doing so much, you have the EP, you have the album coming in September. I mean, how important is to you, Gary Clark Jr., to really resurrect the blues? Is that one of your long-term goals?
Resurrect the blues. I don't know if resurrect would be. I don't know if I'm.
That's the right word
It's the
for
right
it.
word, but definitely carry on the tradition. It's very important. I think a lot of music wouldn't be here if it were not for the
Absolutely.
blues. So to kind of tip my hat to those who came before me and do my own thing, I think if I stick to that, I'll be okay.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And hopefully we'll see you again real soon.
Sounds
It's
good.
Gary Clark Jr. with 91X at the Coachella Flophouse.